Mistress Claressa Shields gets on Shannon Sharpe's nightcap and calls Pap's wife Remy Ma a washed up rapper in front of millions. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Claressa Shields, surprise, surprise, aka Pap's mistress, aka Pap's entanglement, aka Pap's pick me, aka Pap's side chick, or as Chris Cyborg would say, it is duck hunting season. One thing about Claressa Shields, she's going to forever be the victim, and she is going to continue on a daily basis and twice on Sundays talk cash SHIT about all of these people, whether it is Remy Ma, aka Pap's wife, you know, the married man you're sleeping with, whether it is Alicia Baumgartner, that for whatever reason you are, full on into your obsession with her as well, whether it is Layla Ali, where you are still throwing shots at in interviews, whether it is Shadesha Green, whether it is Franchon Cruz, or whatever, or even Amanda Serrano, right? Or whoever you feel is not sucking up to you, Claressa, whoever you feel is standing in your way of being quote unquote considered the face of women's boxing and all of the sort, right? Or you have a one-sided beef with Remy because ultimately the married man you're sleeping with still very much is obsessed with his wife, which is why that divorce is not final, y'all. So what happened was, I got a notification on the Twitters that apparently there was a clip going around where Claressa Shields was on Nightcap. Now, I have not watched the interview in its entirety. Listen, your girl is busy, and all of the Claressa Shields shenanigans also takes up a lot of time, and it's a lot of foolishness, right? But I do specifically want to react to this clip, and when I get some time, I can circle back and watch the interview in its entirety, because I believe it's like 30 minutes or something along those lines, to see what other wacky stuff Claressa Shields says. I understand that Claressa Shields has won her fight. I understand that Claressa Shields is going to go around bragging still about being undefeated and everything else, right? But ultimately, this was a fight that everybody knew that Claressa was going to win anyways. This was a fight that everybody knew. This was not competition for Claressa Shields in any capacity. This was a fight that everybody knew that prior to, getting into the ring with Claressa Shields, this lady only had 7 professional fights, is in her 40s, which Claressa previously had shamed people for being older, only for her to turn around and be desperate to fight people in their 40s, right? Because remember what happened with the whole Layla Ali thing, in which Claressa Shields misinterpreted and misunderstood the comments that Layla Ali had said on an interview, and also did not want to take Layla Ali's advice at the time. Now suddenly you are taking Layla Ali's advice and you are, you know what I'm saying, still throwing shots, still throwing all this shade. But I would think that if you are winning, you could talk about your win, but you know the boxing fans, you know the actual boxing experts that do not respect this win, that do not respect the opponent that you selected, because it's not matching the energy that you do in all of these crash out lives and all of these crash out interviews and everything else, and your crash out tweets and your crash out snappity chats and your crash out Facebook posts and the whole thing, right? It doesn't match that energy of what you're saying, where you're basically saying what we've all said: to be the best, you have to beat the best. K. Scott's not the best. K. Scott is not the best. Now, if you just want to come out and say, listen, look at here, I'm just here to fight to fulfill the terms of my contract. I'm just here to get as many belts as possible. And you kind of low-key gave this strategy away in, you know what I'm saying, a previous post-fight interview that you did do, where you basically said that there's always going to be new and upcoming female fighters. So that could be a strategy that you and your team are going to utilize, is somebody who is new and upcoming that doesn't have that much experience or whatever the case may be, in the event that this ban is still in place with MVP Promotions. Or you're continuing to scout out 40-year-olds, you know what I'm saying, with brain injuries, with not that many professional fighting experience, that is either affiliated with Slita Promotions or is on a different promotional company that is not named MVP Promotions, to continue for you to rack up the predictable and expected wins, and so on and so forth, right? So that's kind of a little background of what is happening, right? And I thought for sure, you know, Claressa would be celebrating with her married man, you know, that she's won, right? That she's quote unquote won, right? But instead she is doing a press circuit. So I would not be surprised if she's also going to be on the Breakfast Club soon. I would not be surprised if she's going to be on Angela Yee soon. I would not be surprised if she circles back to the Atlanta stations again soon. You know what I'm saying? To gloat about her victory and gloat about all the celebrities that were there and continue to throw more shots at Alicia Baumgartner, Amanda Serrano, and Remy Ma as expected, because Claressa can never just bask in the victory, right? She always has to throw shade and throw shots at other women to make herself feel better. She always has to put other women down when it's completely unnecessary, when these women are not thinking about her or talking about her or any of the sort. But let it be Claressa explaining it, and she's going to say that everybody's jealous of her and that the ops are linking up and they are all trying to, you know what I'm saying, mess with Claressa Shields, as if Claressa is the victim. So that's a little bit of the backstory. I'm now going to play the audio because, again, not familiar with Shannon Sharpe's content, if he blocks people or anything like that. So we'll just take a listen as far as what Claressa Shields had to say, and then I will give my reaction.
Have been barking up your tree. Now she's in a little smaller weight class.
Shannon,
y'all used to be cool. I don't know what happened along the way.
Shannon, you're not about to play with me. That girl is a bum.
Oh Lord.
She's a bum. She's a hater. And then look, you know you beating these bitches' ass when they all start teaming up. Them hoes is teaming up with a fucking popular rapper. Her, Amanda, trying to fucking be down. Like, y'all can't beat me one-on-one, so y'all gotta go team up and make it seem like y'all doing something. Y'all are some losers. Go and knock bitches out. Go and win. Go and sell out an arena. At least she can't sell shoe out of a fucking shoebox.
Damn. Damn.
I am hoping whatever Alicia Baumgartner or MVP Promotions have action against Claressa Shields is in progress, whether it's a lawsuit or otherwise, because Claressa's not going to stop saying her name. And since when did Alicia and Amanda Serrano become 304s, is what I want to know, right? And please don't tell me you're trying to justify Adrian's unverified tea about Alicia Baumgartner as the source of truth. No. And then I find it interesting, you keep saying they can't beat you, but realistically, y'all would have to agree on a specific weight class to make that happen. And we all know that you duck and dodge from actual competition, so these fights are never going to happen in the first place, because things already fell through with Alicia Baumgartner when you reneged on her and switched up on what originally was supposed to be the weight and payout. And that's the real reason for your falling out. So there was that. So I have questions, Claressa. Was Remy Ma still a washed up rapper in 2024? Were you still interacting with Remy Ma's content on her social media platforms, pretending that y'all were going to be the best of friends and thick of thieves and all of the sort? Was that still a washed up rapper in 2024, Claressa? Was she a washed up rapper when you were liking her comments, calling her sis, asking her for fashion tips and fashion advice, and concerned with Remy Ma's entire itinerary when she was in Las Vegas, what show she's watching, when she's eating, wishing her happy birthday? All these things. Was she a washed up rapper then? Was she a washed up rapper when you initiated the DMs from jump with Remy? Wanting to improve your looks, wanting to improve your style, wanting to improve and have better self-esteem about yourself and all the things, and wanting all things on Remy Ma's mood board. Well, was she a washed up rapper then that you are the one that sought her out? Or is she only a washed up rapper now because you have been sleeping with her husband? I'm just trying to make it make sense. Was Why You Effing Lying performed by a washed up rapper that you cried and begged and pleaded to Remy Ma's husband to do something, and he decided to file that cease and desist that was absolutely frivolous because, according to y'all, she didn't say y'all names, so therefore it wasn't about you, but you clearly memorized every single bar of that song because you specifically started doing stuff that indicated that you had the song on repeat and was then in overdrive mode to prove that you're a baddie. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Is it also Remy Ma? Is she a washed up rapper because she has a couple of BET awards that you are desperate to win, that you keep losing multiple years in a row? Last I checked, washed up rappers do not chart on iTunes, you guys. Last I checked, washed up rappers, you know what I'm saying, aren't making the charts, aren't having their songs played on the radio stations, are not having their music played on Sirius XM, on satellite radio. That's the last I checked with washed up rappers. Last I checked, washed up rappers are not being invited by Angie Martinez to perform at her festival. Last I checked, washed up rappers are not being invited by other rappers, such as Rick Ross, to be a special guest on their tour. Last I checked, washed up rappers are not being selected to be on a remix of Ever Since You Left that turned into being the New York Knicks national theme song for the NBA Finals, in which they won the championship. Last I checked, a washed up rapper is not performing on an exclusive championship float with Fat Joe, with Ja Rule, and other New York hip-hop legends that are still making noise, that still have motion today. Last I checked, washed up rappers are not booked and busy for special, whether it's festivals, whether it is, different club appearances or tours or whatever the case may be. Last I checked, if you were a washed up rapper and you were completely irrelevant, everything would be shut down for you. Last I checked, washed up rappers are not being invited by Jay-Z as special guests to attend one of their 3 sold out Yankee Stadium event shows for the anniversary of their Reasonable Doubt album. Usually washed up rappers, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to be invited to this type of stuff, right? That they're not going to have the A-list treatment where you can be in the VIP boxes with other A-list celebrities and also have an opportunity to meet Rihanna, who Rihanna's like, listen, look here, I F with you. You know that same Rihanna that you are begging for attention to acknowledge you when all she said was she crashes out like Clarissa Shields when it comes to A$AP Rocky, and you and A$AP Rocky turned that into a whole campaign about Rihanna and A$AP Rocky, and that y'all were on the same playing field and that y'all both were power couples, completely missing that it was shade. She was basically calling you crazy. She was basically calling you loco and all of this and all of that, but you completely missed it, right? Does a washed up rapper have millions of viewers on their Remy network, on a whole network? Does a washed up rapper be the source of the inspiration of you and her married husband You know what I'm saying? That y'all are trying to copy everything that she has done in her career, down to her looks, down to her hair, down to her jewelry, down to the way she talks, trying to fake a New York accent with the fur, with the high heels, with the fur boots, all of the things. Gucci this, Louis Vuitton that, Chanel this, Prada that. You know what I'm saying? So it seems to me, the person that you're calling a washed up rapper appears to be your blueprint and Pap's blueprint for every aspect of your life, down to you begging this married man to get a tiny tat of your name, just so you can have it there, just like Remy. Except for Remy has the whole Remy Martin bottle on your married man's arm, lower arm, that he looks at all the time. Has Remy's face on there, has Remy Mackie on there, and has the Roman numeral 24 on there. And all you could get was a little Claressa on the arm that you have to lift up a t-shirt and see. And the climax of this is, if you're calling Pap's wife a washed up rapper, what in the H-double-L is Pap? What in the H-E-double-L is Pap, almost 50 years old and cannot buy a hit? Almost 50 years old and is doing rap chronicles in his car every day. Is desperate anytime there is something going on with anybody. Pap comes out of the bushes to let you know that he raps too. That he's been on stage before as well. That Swiss Beats and Busta Rhymes know his name. That he is also from Brooklyn like Jay-Z. That Dougie Fresh shouted him out. And still repost anytime any of these podcasts put top 5 rappers or lyricists and they add Pap to it. But they leave out the part where there's no hits. They leave out the part where there is no hits, that, oh, he's a great rapper, oh, he's a great lyricist, I love his wordplay, but y'all ain't got no hits. And those same friends that you shout out, Pap, and Swiss Beats and Busta Rhymes, don't even bother to put you on the original of any of their tracks. They put you on the remix after the song has already taken off. After the song has already made its money, has already been a success. And you think that that's somehow, you know what I'm saying, bragging rights? Make it make sense. Like I'm so over. It's really Claressa the audacity and the delusions that you are sitting up here with Remy's husband, broke Pap, with all these issues, with all these problems. Why aren't you celebrating your victory with him? Because you don't really like him like that as well. That's the real thing as well. I think you're after Remy. I think it is Remy that you want, and you realize that Pap is not all what you thought he was cracked up to be, but you have too much pride to let him go. Because you see this as a one-sided competition with Remy. But Remy did not want him anymore, which is why she exposed y'all to get him out the house. But you are desperate to prove something, and all it is proving is you're the one that's with the washed-up rapper. You're the one who is with the person still trying to be relevant, and he is using you to do it. He is doing all of that performative and clout-chasing mess to keep the bag going via you. Make it make sense? So there's that for this video. I need y'all to do me the biggest favor, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. Hype the video like you've never hyped a video before in your life. There is that. That is it. That is all. It's todos es final. It's finito. Is he in the road? Is he on the line for this video? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.